Hey, how's everybody doing? Happy Kwanzaa, Harambe. This is day 2, and I am looking for my remote because I want to turn this video. I'll be back. I'm not sure if you can hear what is playing, but it really, goes with the topic of tonight, which is, um, well, the um the picture I put up, respect your elders. So I don't want to really support anybody that don't respect the elders. And you know, just starting off, there's a big difference between elders and olders, and I'll get to that in this video. But as you see, with Kwanzaa tonight, I have my second candle lit, and that is for today's principle, which is Kujichagulia. I always get a tongue twister with that. My third grade teacher, Miss Henry, she tried to get me to pronounce it right. I'm like, I can spell it. But yeah, tonight's principle is Kujichagulia. Kujichagulia. That's it. And it's self-determination. And from the book that my son got me a couple of years ago on Kwanzaa, self-determination is to make up our minds to accomplish the goals we have set for ourselves. And that goes with the second candle here, the first red candle. And so how's everybody doing tonight? Thank you so much for being here as we do this principle. So as I was reading a few different definitions on self-determination, one definition was to come into agreement and one accord of your destiny, your goals, of your political system, and each of the definitions I read kind of centered around that, and that goes with something that Art Kathy and Tariq Nasheed put out a lot was establishing a code of conduct, a code of ethics. And right now there's like a huge hole in that. There's people who are just not on code, as our Kathy would say. Make sure you head over to YouTube. Well, you're already on YouTube, but go ahead and subscribe to her channel. I'll probably copy the same description from last night's video into this video, and I'll have a link for her channel as well. And then she's talking about getting on code. And it was her, Art Kathy. She was the first one that I can say on social media that spoke publicly about her disdain and the foolishness of Lizzo. And as you know, I haven't spoken on that because Art said all there was to be said. She said everything about her. Bring me your brilliant, no, bring me your fat, your ignorant, and you're stupid or something like that. Yeah, she went in on definitely how the behaviors of some is totally detrimental to our self-determination, our Kujichagulia, our forward progression. And it really is like a modern day minstrel show when you look at her. And those of us who come from the time of and then I can't even really brag on her because and the audience that I saw on that MTV performance, Queen Latifah was in the audience kind of cheering on Lizzo, and I'm like, really, Miss UNITY, who you calling a B word, and you cheering on this chick with a big fat booty behind her dancing? And it was just crazy. It was totally crazy. Like me, the big girl entertainer that I looked up to was Missy Elliott. I never saw Missy Elliott's butt cheeks or, she let her talent. Missy can dance her butt off, and she's also a trendsetter. And she always played, she never, as far as I saw, never put herself out there to be derogatory, even when she got thin. Missy, she just let her talent speak. And it's almost right now, you have to be over the top. You got to be raunchy. You got to totally disrespect yourself, and you get celebrated. You get put up front, and it's like, okay, it's cool now. We know this, but in this era of taking control of your own media, being in control of your own destiny, being independent, selling your music out of your car, streaming your music via your cell phone and text messages. Why are you on stage looking like CeeLo Green in a wedding dress? I don't get it. But then to tie everything back in with respecting the elders. Okay, so Dr. Boyce Watkins, he called out her behavior. Her, I believe, Tiffany Haddish, and somebody else. And it's so on point. It's so on point because there's this sector of our community that thinks it's okay to challenge somebody when someone challenges you to be better. And that's exactly what Lizzo did when she went back at Dr. Boyce. And it's like, okay, he's telling you, he's coming from the heart. When someone comes and tells you that you're messing up, you're making a butt of yourself, you're being the butt of the joke. I want to see somewhere in there. They're coming from a place of care. They're like, wow, from my position, I saw a lot. I see a lot more in you. I respect you, and I see what you could be. But you're selling yourself short, player. You're selling yourself short. So for her to come back and go in at him, I'm talented. If your talent held so much weight, you would be able to stand there, and have no one look at you in whatever art form you have coming from you. That's what will captivate your audience, not overshadowing that. Like, I didn't even know that she was a flute player. I thought that she just made it up when I was editing that video for Art Kathy. I'm like, so is this a joke? You know, save the music. I don't get it. I don't get it. So let me see who all is in here with me. Thank you so much for being with me tonight on night 2 of Kwanzaa. Philip Goodman, how are you? Harambe to you tonight. I love your energy and your theme tonight, especially respecting our elders. Happy Kujichagulia. Oh, I said it right. Happy Kujichagulia. Good evening, Daryl. And you mean flat. Exactly. So, in my Facebook memories, there was a post that I shared from Dr. Boyce Watkins a couple of years ago. And what he did, he posted, it was a suggestion. It was merely a suggestion. And I'm going to summarize it, but I'll make that post public on Facebook, and I'll link it in here for you to read it because I screenshot it, put it in there. And he stated, Black women, I know you spend, or something like that. I know you spend a lot of money on your hair. Just try to take 10% of that budget and either save it or invest it or spend it with Black people. And you will be able to change the hair care industry in a couple of decades. Do you stay beautiful, but try to invest it in yourself first. And he even went and said, because he knew that those deflectors would come in. Well, what about Black men? And he went in there and said, as brothers, we have our issues too, but just merely a suggestion. This is Boyce Watkins coming from a financial background, profession. Everything about him is finances. He's publicly educating us on finances, dedicating his life work to educating Black people and improving the financial place of Black people and promoting financial empowerment for Black people. And let me tell you, reading the comments was so freaking sad. I'm like, well, let me go back and read these comments. And you have so many deflectors, so many butthurt females. Don't tell me what to do about my hair. And I screenshot some of them as well. Don't tell me what to do about my hair, and Black men this. And I'm like, wow, really? And they're like, well, why don't you do something? You ain't got no hair. And just going in. And I'm like, wow. And fast forward, so I believe he posted this. This was a couple of years ago. And I actually followed his advice. What I did, well, at that time, I was going back to, at the time I was living in Hawaii, and I was having this Amazon addiction with watching YouTube videos on wig reviews and ordering wigs. That was my addiction. So what I did, I followed Dr. Boyce Watkins' advice, and I became an Amazon affiliate. And if you don't know what an Amazon affiliate is, type that in, let me know, I'll explain it. But this could be something to help you out and to also help out your children. A lot of us have Amazon Prime accounts. So what an Amazon affiliate is that you have a separate login from the regular Amazon. So if you happen to advertise a product or suggest a product on your social media, which is your very own real estate, you can get this code, this unique code for that very same product. And when you put that on your social media and you kind of hype it up or give it a review, and let's say I come through and say, oh, that's a really good product, and I click it and order it, you get commission from that. Yes. So each time I talked about a wig or something, even on YouTube here, if you see Amazon, it's like an am.zn code in my description. That's an affiliate link thanks to Dr. Boyce Watkins. And that's all he was telling us to do. Not go back inventory, not neglect yourself and not get your hair done, which, I stopped going to get my hair done. I shaved it all off right here on this channel, and I'm 2 years into growing it back. That's what he was telling us to do. So when I get the affiliate revenue, I just reinvest that into my channel. I give out like my first YouTube check, I gave it away to my subscribers in the form of Amazon gift cards. But these are things that he was telling us to do, ways to get revenue, ways to get another stream of income. And I'm like, wow, these are some butthurt people, and they just totally missed the point. It's like, here's the point, like over your head. So the disrespect that I see of our elders, and I think this is a good point to talk about the difference between olders and elders. But right in there, let me know that you are in here. Solo Dolo, Dr. Boyce Watkins is doing more for us than Lizzo. Man, that's exactly it. As you see, she is the flat butt of the jokes, because after that, she makes some kind of gripe about Postmates delivering her food. Like, okay, not only are you being the flat, fat butt of the jokes, here you go, complain over a food delivery, and you crap on someone who is doing Postmates to make ends meet, and you're gonna put them on blast like this over some food. That whatever is in this food that's making us go crazy. And I shared a video on Facebook today. Tieesha on Facebook. You can join me over there about this chick who was going ape shit crazy at this McDonald's. And I don't mean to say shit. I'm trying to have my Kwanzaa videos that the family could watch. I'm sorry. Just going crazy at this McDonald's. And whatever's in this food, it makes me not want to go and dine out again. I really, really don't. There's another video, sidebar, that I shared over there. And this would be a shameless plug to my cooking videos here on this channel, my Thai food cooking videos. The reason why I started putting cooking videos up and really, showing you how easy it is to cook stuff at home, how rewarding, and how you can save so much money, it's budget friendly. But I cook at home to avoid bad customer service. I have so many gripes and complaints when I go to restaurants because of bad customer service. Either, I come back home with food poisoning, I was just over it. I don't want to be somewhere with my phone, you doing me wrong, and why can't I sit at the lunch counter? Just cook at home. You have a kitchen right here, it comes with what you paying in your mortgage and your rent, the kitchen right there. There's nothing that can be done in a restaurant kitchen that can't be done in yours. So that's why I have the Thai food cooking channel. Make sure you check out some of those videos. Let me know if you make some of those meals. One that I have coming up is honey walnut chicken. I have that one coming up. No, honey walnut shrimp. That's what is coming up. I'm going to make that right here in my kitchen. So this one girl, she's at this restaurant or this little pub called Tomfooleries. And so she requests to speak with the manager because she is upset that she has to start a tab to order food, which is quite common. You know, when restaurants are open after hours and there's alcohol going around, they usually want you to start a tab because people get drunk and leave without paying, or you know, they keep ordering stuff. So they want you to start a tab, which is okay. So she wants to have her cell phone on record. Why can't I pay cash? I got a $1,500 purse. So the manager just says leave. We have the right to refuse service. Just go. If you don't own nothing and that's not your place, that's not your establishment, you really don't have the right to argue. You know, the police will get called and you will get carted off for trespassing. It's a civil issue. But you don't have to shop there. You don't have to spend your money there. Why are you begging people to take your money? And I'll probably just do a separate video all on it and go all the way in because that just really got on my nerves. So she's outside arguing. I got a $1,500 purse, but you complaining about starting a tab. Boo boo, the food be gone. But the ability to have your own, and that's just one thing that seems to be lost right now. We want to beg to get our butt kicks at the Waffle House just to have a viral video. I don't get it. Now, the difference between olders and elders, okay? And before I get to that, Max Lil Do, how are you? Harambe, happy Kwanzaa. Philip Gordon, please share this video while it is live. Okay, let me go and share it while it is live to Facebook. Thank you so much. I'll be forgetting all about it. And I'm reconnecting. Good, there we go. Me too. I got the detector you did. Oh, the hidden camera detector. Yes, let me know how you like that. Yes, that joker stays in my bag. Yes, I used it for a rental car as well. Cause you know, like my background as a police officer, so you kind of know these little things. You know, I look for trackers at times. You know, those bugs. I have some products that are on my wish list, and they are different ways to conceal cameras. I actually have one here. It is an ink pen. It looks like an ink pen, and I'm going to show y'all that item. I'm going to do a whole video on hidden cameras because they're everywhere. But you know, since we go into establishments, we go places, we are, you know, the hidden cameras everywhere. You might as well have one too, you know, for your own safety. And we'll talk about a lot of things that go into that as far as different laws when it comes to recording conversations, you know, where and where you can't have a camera. For instance, total sidebar, when I first got here to Washington, someone took my cell phone at the Walmart. And I'm like, where's my phone? I had my phone in my bag. And so I was trying on winter clothes because I got here from Hawaii and it was cold as I know. I didn't have the right clothes. I'm trying on clothes. And as I go to, at the time I was calling my ex-husband, like, hey, I'm ready. My phone was gone. And I make a big fuss about it. I'm like, you know, my phone, I want a police officer here. Where's the camera? So the loss prevention dude, he said, well, with the fitting rooms, we can't have cameras over here. And I'm like, somebody got my phone. GPS is on. I'm about to find out where my phone is. You know, it was kind of just emotional. I was. So it was a part where I already walked and checked the area. It was these two children. They were juveniles. And so they were kind of, you know, looking at me and just kind of being quiet and zooming around. Then I'm like, I'm gonna go look for my phone again. And so I went by the spot where the thermals were, and my phone just happened to end up right there in the middle of the floor. Yeah, so cameras, you need cameras for your own protection. Oh, where are we? Looking forward to it. I got that too. Great, great, great. So now here we go. Olders and elders. Olders are just people who just get old, you know. And really no outright disrespect, no real outright disrespect, but an old person, just somebody who just, you know, let father time get the best of them, and you know, that's their right to do. And when it comes to certain elders that I come into contact with me leaving Christianity, they'll try to put me on guilt trips and, you know, just damn me to hell. And I'm like, okay, well, look at all the stuff that you did in your heyday. Somebody who shall remain nameless, but we are related by blood. She constantly well, she was the first one to get mad at me that I left Christianity. And so they're on this thing saying that they allowed me back into the family. I'm like, allow me back in? I never left. Like, I was born into it. So how you gonna kick me out? It was just funny. I'm like, I should be kicking y'all out of my family because y'all the ones who divorced me and my siblings, and we ain't have nothing to do with this. But they feel as though because they're in the church and they're old, and that's why they go to church. They go to church to feel good that now that they're in their last days, that they don't have a guilty conscience and not feeling bad over all the wrongs they did over the course of their life. The wrongs, the didn't do's, because they the first one to say, I didn't do nothing. And that's what they do. So so those are the olders. They are just old. Just old. Now you have the elders. The elders were a lot like us. Those of us who are in our heyday, in our prime, those of us who made sacrifices for the betterment of our community, of our culture, and really bringing something to make our culture better, the world better, our community, our city, our state, our country. Those of us who did something. And oftentimes, as we're doing these things, the olders, when they were in their prime, they were the snitches, the tattletales, the backstabbers, the sabotage, those who did sabotage and foiled plans and went to go run tail. Those were the olders. So those who we're battling right now, those of us who are younger, those are who we battle. So the elders. The elders have dedicated their life's work to the betterment of their people, of their community for a cause. That there were no ulterior motives. They didn't just hop on a bandwagon just so that they can have access to a certain group of people, or, so that they are shielded from what the rest of the community is going to be subjected to. No, they went toe to toe with the evils of this world, often out of their own pocket, to put out a product or to participate in something that had the cause and a reward for all of us. I don't know if you've heard this term, where a lot of our scholars and our master teachers doing what they did, their life's work, to waking us up, to putting something, materializing something so that we have it even after they're gone. It didn't pay good. A lot of us, the first thing we say, hey, can I have a discount? You'll be, or this is one thing that I'm experiencing a lot, having products and telling people I have a business, I have products to keep people safe. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm so interested. And then you present the product or give them the website. They never place an order. You have the product. Oh, yeah, this is so cool. I want like 2 or 3 of these. But it's okay if I pay you next week. Like, no, player. This is the difference between an employee and business owner, investor, and self-employed. If you know the cash flow quadrant. Or at this round, this hat that I'm wearing, I'm not an employee, so I get paid before the service is done. I don't wait 2 weeks. So yeah, with our elders, they are being disrespected. And when I first became aware of the disrespect that our elders face, I think it was like back in 2015. Nicki Minaj made a song called Looking Ass N-Word. And for the cover of the album, I want to say a bad word, but like I said, you may be watching this with family. This female had a picture of the Honorable L. Malik El-Shabazz, otherwise known as Malcolm X, looking out the window with his rifle. And she called him a looking ass N-word. And at that moment, I did not know how to react because she put this on Twitter. It was on Twitter. I'm sure you can find screenshots of the tweet on the internet. But if you go right here to YouTube, there's a brother called Tahir RBG. TAHIR RBG. Tahir RBG. And he made the response to her disrespecting Malcolm X. And his song went totally in on her for disrespecting the elder. He went to his Ogun shrine or altar, summon Ogun, and I can't say him summoning Ogun was, happened to be the prelude to what happened to her later, but she hasn't had a really good last couple of years, and leave it at that. And that's exactly what she get. That's exactly what she get. As a result, I never really supported any of her. I never bought a Nicki Minaj album. I never wanted to be this Barbie because when she was going crazy talking about there was a boy that lived inside of her, I was like, oh, girl, bad. The last song I remember about her and actually liking it was, and I hope that y'all don't look at me a different way. It was because they played it a lot, but it was that song Five Star Chick that came out like eons ago. That was the first song. I'm like, okay, whatever. But don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. I was like early 20s then. Don't pick on me. But disrespecting the elders. So Nicki Minaj is blatant. She is guilty red-handed in doing that, and she gets, if everything adverse that happens to her, she totally deserves it, because she's not even from here. She is not. She's not from here. So to come on this soil and disrespect Malcolm X after what his family went through. I mean, his father was murdered by the KKK. His mother held the family together until they were ultimately, split up. He had his earlier ways, but I have respect for anyone who comes out of that. We've all been miseducated. We've all done some stupid stuff. But to realize the error of our ways and turn around and dedicate your entire life to the betterment of your people and give your life doing it, lose your life doing it. Like our elders, our elders, they have a privilege of becoming elders, because when you look at the history of Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King, Huey P. Newton, people like that, they don't have an opportunity to become an elder because they get murdered in their prime. Muhammad Ali, he was cheated out of his prime when he had to go and seek, what is it, seek refuge from, not going to fight in the war. And when he came back, he tried his damnedest, but he's still our hero. Nobody, and that's why I went toe to toe with, someone who tried to sully his name. And that's one thing. It's a sneak diss. It really is, because whenever I encounter someone that has something ill to say about Muhammad Ali, about him dodging the draft, they only point him out. And they damn near have to bite their tongue to not say the N word. So I go toe to toe and battle them. As I stated in my video for Muhammad Ali, the person that was bad mouthing him in my presence and I had to check him, the ancestors came back and dealt with him. No sympathy. So when you have Lizzo disrespecting Boyce Watkins, Dr. Boyce Watkins, she should not see another penny from our community. She is showing out and being a modern day minstrel show. Go ahead and do that, because there's no retirement plan in that. I was watching the show The View a couple of weeks ago, and let me know if you remember this actress named Bridget Nielsen. I didn't know about Bridget Nielsen until The Surreal Life about a decade ago. And she was on there tongue kissing Flavor Flav, drunk all the time, just strung out. But supposedly she was this badass actress back in the day, in the heyday. And I'm like, damn, she was really slumming. Like, yeah, she was really slumming. But she used Flavor Flav. And now when I saw her on the show The View, she's up there all cleaned up, and supposedly she was like 50 and had a baby. But she's on there all clean and polished up and just, hello, I'm well to do. But then she on there, Shamar Morris, go up on there and tongue kiss her, and I felt like I felt like Ashtray from Don't Be a Menace, Marlon Wayans. Like, fool, you just kissed every dude in the party. So Lizzo, the way she's acting, the cleanup is not for her. The cleanup is not for her. She's gonna slum and slum and slum and slum and slum and slum. But how much more can you do? We saw Nicki Minaj. She went as raunchy could be. Now she all out of options. So this is the destiny that you have. They're gonna pawn you out, play you out, wear you in your booty cheeks out until there's nothing else to be had, and they're gonna go to something else. At the same time, I'm watching Kelly Clarkson and I'm thinking about Adele. These were overweight Caucasian entertainers. They don't act like a Lizzo. They make sure that they save the most raunchy, make us black women, or I'm not saying make us, but make these black females as oversexed, as disgusting as humanly possible for their entertainment and enjoyment. So when you have a brother like Dr. Boyce Watkins who say, yo, you might not want to do that. Sis, you're talented. There are ways to get your talent out there for you to be in control, but still maintain some dignity and respect for yourself. But she want to go toe to toe with him. She be going toe to toe with her handlers because she ain't nothing but real life precious. Like, I don't even think it's humanly possible. Well, it kind of sort of is possible to write up a script and have somebody act like this. Insert Tiffany Haddish. I think Art Kathy talked about her already. So let's say hi to everybody here. I got that too. When you get to the afterlife, we still face our ancestors. Yes, and that's why I strive every day. I strive every day so that my grandchildren, my great grands, they can look back and say, "Wow, Tieesha, she wasn't an older, she was an elder." I learned that business lesson well from a mother effer and sissy that called himself the Green M&M. Oh, I didn't know you from Cincinnati. So am I. Rod from Bama. I didn't know you was from or been through Cincinnati. So yeah, let me know more about that. Uh, Offline. She's not FBI. I think yeah, that was about Nicki Minaj. Yo, folks, how are you doing? Happy Kwanzaa. Yeah, she kicked it with Sylvester Stallone, Rocky. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like she was in something, but they paraded her around. But she had a hard fall, but they cleaned them up. Like Lizzo, like girl, Miley Cyrus twerking and assed out, but now she all cleaned up and she's doing the thing. But Lizzo, you can't do that. You don't have that. That's not for you. Like the history of the overweight black female being the mammy and the butt of the jokes for laughs and shits and giggles. Yeah, people are gonna get you to promote their brand right now because you're kind of sort of hot. But you were embarrassing. That was not your concert. That was not your concert. That was a basketball game. You on the sideline. You supposed to keep your flat ass in the seat. But she came there to attention whore. Came into attention whore. So like, damn, can't nobody take you nowhere. And nobody respectful is going to put you on their product to be the face of it. When I look at or go and Google the first plus size supermodel or something like that, she don't look like Lizzo. If anything, she kind of built like a fluffier me, but she don't look like a damn Lizzo. And the thing of it is, when we come out and say, hey, look at what you're doing, look at what you're eating, the whole chicken thing, because she put out a picture later on with some watermelon, some pop ass chicken, and it's like, dude, really, really, dude, really. If anything, she can have a cooking show and get in the kitchen and cook us some healthy stuff. And with the information that we have right now, it wasn't only because she was dressed like that, but because her size too. We know it is unhealthy. When we saw Aretha Franklin had put on all that weight, Aretha was skinny like me, and I have this video that I'm no, say plotting, but planning and putting together, plotting to just putting it together to, honor Aretha Franklin. She was built like me. And that's one thing I tell myself, like, Tieesha, keep your weight under control. When people say, girl, it's impossible for you to put some meat on them bones, I'm like, I can let myself go, and I'm pretty damn sure it's gonna happen, but I don't want to do that. I really don't. Luckily, my career history or job history, I've always had to adhere to weight and physical standards, wear a uniform. So I've always been mindful, like, hey, I can't just pig out. I can't just do this. Yeah, some days where our sister get real lazy, because when it's out here and it's foggy and the rain, I ain't going out there to run. So there's been a little while I've been in the house like, nah, I ain't running today. But when you care about somebody, you want to see them better. It's like, what are you doing? So it taught me a lesson that you can't see any. If someone doesn't see themselves in a better predicament, or see themselves worthy of the best, and if you see it in them, just go ahead and flush it down the toilet, because you'll be in a never-ending battle. Solo Dolo, thank you so much for the super chat. Lizzo is a mammy and is embarrassing to Black women. Absolutely, because she is seen around the world. So those of us who do travel, or others from around the world who come here to America, when they first come in contact or make contact with us Black women, the first thing in their mind is what they've seen in the media. When I went to Spain, there was, although I speak conversational Spanish, but when you go overseas, I always say here in Washington, people act like that they ain't never seen Black people before. But you go overseas, someplace, they're like, they just want to take a picture with you out of nowhere, and it's like, okay, you want to take my picture so we can film the next installment of Hostel, and you kill my butt, or what? But our beauty is admired, and what you don't want is for people to already have this image in their mind that they can treat you like whatever, that you're gonna just bend over and put your booty cheeks in the air and flap. No, that's not it at all. Let me see. But remember, white supremacy dictates the Black female celebrity behavior. And that brings us to Kujichagulia, self-determination. We define ourselves. We define our code of ethics. Just because it's put out, this is it. This is what's going to dominate the airways and TV and stuff like that. This is what we're going to put up. We don't have to follow it. We define ourselves. We define our damn selves. And that is so important with going forward. I talked about this before. Living up, as Black people, living up to other cultures and trying to take on other cultures, I guess, would drive us insane. Would drive us mother freaking insane. There was a training that I took not too long ago, and it no longer describes the United States as a melting pot. It says that we are like a garden salad. So everyone has their own, culturalistic identity. We don't have to meld into this one thing. No, everybody has a uniqueness about themselves. How it just so happens to be, there's money and there is money, there's wealth in our dysfunction, and we allow outside influences to play on it. Right now, that it's like the drug abuse in rap music is put out in the forefront to overshadow the real opioid abuse here in this country. And speaking of the opioid abuse, when I had went to Ohio a couple of months ago, I had a really nasty cold and it developed into bronchitis. Just terrible. But I had to fly to Ohio, and I don't know why I wait till I got to Ohio to want to buy some damn Sudafed. I go to my sister taking me to Walgreens. It's the only spot that was open. I go back to the pharmacy with the card and my driver's license. Like, yo, let me get some Sudafed from behind the counter. We ain't got no Sudafed. I'm like, well, what else you got, player? We got this other stuff. Nah, I want some Sudafed. And he's treating me like I'm a freaking junkie. I'm like, dude, look, I got all my teeth, okay? I just want to breathe, okay? That was crazy. But no, we have the power. The power is with our money. We don't have to, buy this stuff. We don't have to buy we don't have to go spend money in the so-called beauty shops that, sell us the product to make us look like this. We don't have to go to the nail shop to get these coffin nails and, all types of other stuff to do this. We don't. We have if we just plain stop doing it. My nail kit is right there. And I know y'all like, she got a nail kit? Her nails be looking busted. My nail kit is right there. I've been doing my own nails when I feel like it. On my own. I have not been in a nail shop in years. I've not been in a nail shop in years. You can do all your stuff at home. And that's one thing I try to promote on this channel is do for self. Do for self. Once you start doing for self and you start researching how to do stuff and you start investing in self, then next thing you know, you have control. You've taken that control back. And that's what Dr. Boyce Watkins was trying to tell us. If there's music out there about drugs and all kinds of reckless behavior, first we have to teach our children, we have to shield them from what they are exposed to, but also too, we can't listen to it either, because I had to get rid of a lot of CDs I had. The Chronic 2001, never smoked weed a day in my life while I'm listening to, songs about weed, and I'm not saying that that's all that album was about, because it was a musical masterpiece. I couldn't deal with it anymore. Let's see what we got in here. You said, I don't even remember seeing Adele's arms or legs, but they talking her up to be the next Whitney Houston. Please bye. Okay. She's British, gets a pass. Happy Kwanzaa, yo folks. How are you doing? I'm never walking back into a church. The creator can be here. The creator can hear my prayers at home. I can fellowship walking through the mall. Shoot, I can fellowship in my bed underneath my weighted blanket. With my humidifier on, just knock the flip out. Church is for the olders. Heck yeah. Aretha had her first child at 15. Yeah, somebody had shared something where Aretha was on Soul Train. She had on this like see-through web shirt with her boobs. I'm like, damn, Yes. All praises to the creator, not here. We prisoners under white supremacy in my Neely Fuller voice. Yes. Oh my gosh. If you're not listening to Neely Fuller Jr. on a regular, oh my gosh, I would definitely put some. Well, actually, what I'll do is on this video, I'll put cards for the most recent videos that he did. Oh my gosh, if you're not listening, waking up and listening to that, like, that's your church, that's your sermon on a daily. That's an elder that we have to take care of and support and protect. Okay, our elders are out of the roasting game. They ain't about that young stuff. So it's up to us to go toe to toe with ignorant people who disrespect the elders. So as I told y'all yesterday, I had a temporary ban in the group. I just left another group today, and I won't even give them the shine and say their name, but they posted a picture of Mark Lamont Hill as a young boy, so-called, reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but not only did he disrespect Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, rest in power, he also disrespected Malcolm X, because didn't he say something about his lifestyle? Correct me if I'm wrong. So while they're in here like, oh, he's reading, oh, he owns a bookstore, and I'm like, he's reading that book. I'm like, he disrespect the elders. I bet you he's not carrying the ISIS papers in his bookstore. So all these butthurt, females get all mad. But I'm like, I would stay here and argue. But these the same chicks who read Tony McMillan. And if you don't know about her, get on board. So if you just that's about being on code. If you're disrespecting one of us, you disrespect all of us. And like I was saying, I am my sister's keeper. Like I said, my sisters, not these females, because these females will fight me over some dumb shit that somebody else do, or let somebody outside instigate a beef between us, and they ready to take me out. Get on code. They call the shots. We sell each other off for clout and clash, clout and cash. All these women look exactly alike. I call it the strip, the stripper clone look. Yes, I give you a pedicure. Hey, I come right on over, hook a sister up. She wish. How do we balance that listening to gang swap? I love my music, hate the words. Um, okay, how you can do that? I shared a good brother on Instagram. His name is Rock Stages. He's from Richmond, Virginia, and he has power empowering hip hop. I use his music on a couple of my videos. If you look up the one about the Tuskegee Airmen, I use his music there. I use his music for the 1619 First Africans in Virginia. Rock Stages on Instagram. Download his album. I believe he's getting ready to release another one, or he just did. Listen to empowering rap. Me, I listen to old school. I really can't rock with what's going on right now. There's also a genre of music called African insurrection music. In that same video that I did, the 1619 First Africans in Virginia, the last song is by a brother named Dido Mayasa, Deedle, Mayasa, Mayasa, and he has an album called Church in the Field. Yes, bars are ridiculous. Brother from New York. And so if you're really into that New York style of hip hop, that's all him. Another one is Bomani Mayasa. His group is United Front Group. That you can listen to them here on YouTube. Another group that I absolutely love is Brothers Keeper, and that's Brothers with an AS, Keeper with an A. Brothers Keeper. They have one of my favorite songs that just woke me up called Mind Cuffs. Is right here on YouTube. Check them out as well. Um, and just go from there. And then another group, how can I forget to mention them? Innocence. Nacynze. Innocence. One of the first groups that reached out to me to collaborate with their music here on YouTube. They have just a old school hip hop timeless flow, and you feel good listening to it. Self determination. We can't put into our ears, and this was something that I heard at the church. You can't let stuff get into your ear gate, because it's gonna just contaminate all things on the inside. I got that from church. I gotta admit that. I have to give credit where credit is due. So if you're listening to music all day that you're an N word, you're a B, you're an H, you're this, and all my friends are dead, you're gonna believe that and think that, and it's gonna manifest, in you, where you just gonna just live that. But yeah, there's plenty of music out there. Like me, like I said, I stay old school, because now that I know better, I gotta do better. I'll admit there are some songs that would kind of catch you, like, wow, okay, I like this, but I'm not saying go Kirk Franklin with it and take the beat and just put I Love God on top of it. Don't do that. But, you know, because you know better, you do better, you just have to, really decide for yourself. Some people are super strong where they can listen to stuff like that, and it won't recycle in their mind, because music right now is not just music. It's not so simple. These tracks are creative. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, yes, listen to them too. What is the other one? Anderson Pete, yeah. But yeah, music is crafted. Like it has a certain rhythm to, release certain things in your mind. The lyrics are dumbed down. David Banner, listen to David Banner, get the God box. Oh my gosh, my husband in my mind, okay? David Banner. Listen to the God box. I think I should do a whole video by itself on the God box. Let me know if you want me to do that. Cause oh my gosh, that album is just amazing. The album is just amazing. Gotta listen to it. But yeah, get the God box and tell him that his wife sent you. But yeah, the lyrics are dumbed down. There was an article that came out that was saying how um like rap lyrics are dumbed down to like a second and third grade level, but also too there over the years the songs have became shorter and shorter, where back in the day it wouldn't be odd to have a song that averaged about 5 minutes, but now songs are averaging about 2.5 maybe 3 minutes, so they're compacting all this programming into a 2.5 to 3 minute track, you know. It's an article out there. Look it up. How songs are becoming shorter, so they're jam packed and to get you hooked in a shorter amount of time because of attention span. But great question, Philip Goodman. Thank you so much. Sounds like they read Kareem. How are you doing, Kareem? Happy Kwanzaa. Sounds like they read Zane books. Did you hear about the recent court ruling out Dallas regarding Botham John? Put that in the comments. No, I have not read anything about that. The last thing I heard about that case, I turned it off when the brother accepted that award. African insurrection music. Yes. Do I have any nearby? No. And me, I'm like though I'm your throwback sister. Like I have CDs and stuff. People roast me for not streaming. It's because I actually want to get as close to the real sound as possible. I grew up with true music, jazz. My father played guitar. I played the keyboard and trombone. So it's like I love, the different elements of music. So yeah, for right now I still have CDs. I don't really stream that much. Look up Glide. Am I pronouncing that right? S. Dot. Thank you so much. Tell me what that is. I never heard of that before, but I will look that up once we get off. You have to search out positive and empowering music. Many of us don't know the power of music. Speaking of great music, Kareem, he is a part of an African jazz ensemble called In the Tradition Jazz. Speaking of elders, he has the honor, the privilege to play shoulder to shoulder with some of the greats who've been putting in work in, the African culture, African American culture since like the 70s and beyond. This is music. I have their album. I just have to do a lot to just brag on the greatness that we have. Kareem right there. Oh my gosh, brother been playing his trumpet, the flugelhorn, forever, forever. His parents are amazing. The stories that he tells me about his parents is so it's just an honor to have him here. It's an honor to know him. My son used to sit on his lap while he played his trumpet, and it's just great. So thank you for everything that you did. And that right there is a sense of defining ourselves and culture. So thank you so much, Kareem. It's such an honor to know you. I really enjoyed yesterday's video. Was it 2014 or 2000, or when you started grow anew in 2014? 2014 was my awakening. I was still, deaf, dumb, and blind in 2014. Philip says I am a disc jockey and a club owner. I've been struggling with this for the past couple of years. I play for the masses. I had to step back from the DJ booth because I can't stand the lyrics. Um, wow. And right now, the money is where the zombies are, where the alcohol is flowing and the reckless lyrics, that's where it's at. And unfortunately, it has you between a rock and a hard place. So maybe, I don't know. I couldn't really advise you on that, because that's definitely a decision, because it's where your money is. And a lot of us, we have jobs that we don't necessarily, like. That's why it's a job, because we wouldn't do it unless we were getting paid for it. So, you know, your where your financial, empowerment is coming from, I guess. So that's a tough. Maybe one of the brothers here can, help you out with that. But yeah, that's tough. But if it's your passion and your job, I mean, yeah, it's your passion and your career, like you would do it even if you did not get paid, then there's those decisions you have to make. But if it's just a job and you really like, look, if they wasn't paying me to do this, I ain't going to go do it, then your decisions are that way. But you have that creativity, maybe finding other streams of income, training others, going into the wholesaling side for equipment, even being here on YouTube and doing tutorials and doing reviews on the equipment that you have and having your affiliate link to bring in some more revenue. That could be one thing as well. Or you can also do music reviews. Those do really well here as far as getting subscribers and views and growing a channel here on YouTube as well. Merchandising, that's also something else. You can also do training and classes and courses. So that may be a way to get you out of the booth and more, still connected to music but on a different level. And a club owner too. So yes, club owner. Oh my gosh. The thing that comes to mind that makes me laugh is the episode of Atlanta when Paperboy and Ernest were at the club. That's one of my favorite episodes of the show Atlanta. I love that. So I had to laugh for a second. I love when you rap Cardi B ain't got nothing on you. Oh my gosh. I think my son had the Snapchat of me when I was rapping to something. I'm like, ooh. Most of my heroes of the apparel don't stamp. Yes, fight the power. um, they got both of them on court. CPR she administered was a sternum rub. Something to say about that, but yeah, I'll look into that and we'll talk about that later. Um, King Glide is built music. I'm new to that one. I have to look that up. You're teaching me something new, so thank you. You gave me something else to research before the night is over. So you said, thank you. I love your head wrap. Are you wearing more or just for the show tonight? I mainly wear head wraps when I'm not at work. I mentioned before when, like every week, I wash my hair, deep condition, I steam it, and then I set it. So for the next couple of days, I'll have an afro. But also, I'm on vacation as well. This is kind of like my vacation, but I'm not going nowhere. So it's my staycation. So this is me off work. Yeah, at work, I wear a uniform. So when I'm off, this is Tieesha. And so mainly when my hair is either twisted up or braided, because I'm getting ready to, pick it out into an afro or I have a style, that's when I wear a head wrap. So also too, it is I live in a rainy place with high humidity. So although my hair loves the humidity, it loves the hot humidity. But up here, I get rained on, and here it's not really a constant downpour. It's like drizzle, so my hair does not look good. I have a bomb braid out, but I go out here and walk in this drizzle, put a hood on, looks a mess. So yeah, but because I'm off work, I'm doing other things. I have a lot of running around to do. I was out today and I was there with some great people today. I know a lot of times I talk about how Washington, I meet some of the worst representatives of Washington. I must say that today I met some really good people that put a smile on my face. We had great conversations, small talks, common courtesy, manners. So I have to say today was definitely good. With disrespecting the elders, but jump back into that. So I'm gonna keep y'all up. I know it's late on the East Coast, but disrespecting the elders. So recently, with this whole ADOS and breaking brown and tone talks and stuff like that, self-determination, defining our own agendas and direction that we're going collectively as a people. Many of us have been waking up, and we've been waking up with the help of the new Black media. And that has been monumental in my growth. It has been great for a lot of us because it's also connected a lot of us as well. So now that us as a people, we cannot be bamboozled like we have been over the course of years, and sidetracked and sold symbolic victories. We've had our own, and it's beautiful. So then you have people who what is it, Yvette Cardell, and I'm laughing at her because of the the crackhead picture they put up of her in Tone Talks. They really, like, we just saw them lie to us, lie to our faces. We saw them try to get us in our emotions, and I'll admit I was kind of in my emotions too with the whole Byron Allen and Supreme Court thing, the Breaking Brown. Somebody actually compared me to her on one of my videos. I'd never delete the comment. I'm like, I never watched her, but when I went to go look at it, it's kind of like, I don't like this approach. But yeah, we saw it in our face, and it was revealed that they were lying to us right to our face, getting us caught up in our emotions. And now that we called them out on it and it's just out there, they took it upon themselves to disrespect the elder, Dr. Claude Anderson, when he did his recent interview on The Breakfast Club. Leave me a comment if y'all saw that. So I came into the know of Dr. Claude Anderson, like I say, around 2014. And what he was talking about, what he has dedicated his life's work to, is empowering us. I believe I read like the 101 things that you should know, and when I look at my bookshelf, I don't have it. I'm about tired of loading out my books and never getting them back, because the value is increasing on these masterpieces by our elders, as they should, because now more of us know who they are. They have a greater span. They no longer have to sell their books on a low key scale. It's grand, and we're spreading the word about it. Brother has, or elder, owned businesses, put the plan out there for us, revealed things to us, and has continued to wake us up, share this information, and actually have a blueprint for our financial empowerment and our economic power, but also educational, because he was in charge of a lot of educational positions throughout his life as well. For these two, Tone and Yvette, to try to sacrifice this elder for their own popularity, for lack of a better word, but then also to come out with this so-called 10-point plan that Tone said he did with this video. And I'm like, wow, these are the distractors to keep us not even standing in place, because we for damn sure ain't going forward, but it's to turn us around. And they're around our age or a little older. So as we grow up and become elders, they will be the olders, because it will be enough of us around to counter what used to be I marched with Dr. King to counter them. But to disrespect Dr. Claude Anderson, and shout out to another elder, Judge Joe Brown, for setting the record straight, and also, putting some other information out there. This is absolutely unacceptable. And these are the clowns and the odors that should be cast away to a desert island. And not saying like physically, but they should be alienated and excluded from us completely, because you don't, like Dr. King said, knowingly lead your people into a burning building. He said that he unknowingly did it. But Yvette and Tone, or Antonio Moore, they are knowingly doing this. and they're seeking their fame and their come up off of our demise. And that's just not what you. How the hell do you sleep at night knowing that you are being a traitor to your community after everything that native blacks have been through in this country? You're gonna willingly join in that movement in our demise. You are a soulless, sick, disgusting individual to do that. And you don't deserve an ounce of respect. And everyone else who follows them and who is coming to bat to defend them, you are lower than low. You are lower than low. I can't even call you dog shit because people scoop up dog shit with blue bags now. But you just lower than low. And you get no respect. You are unworthy of anything. You're just terrible. Because when we can turn on the TV and see, us being unjustly, murdered, people people have made their generational wealth off of turning our communities into food deserts and just miseducating us. But when we finally get the right group of elders, the right group of media, the right information to empower us to, become business owners, to become investors in our community, to, seek ownership, to seek home ownership, to seek the right education, to seek the right, if we do have to go out and get jobs, we're striving to be properly competitive, to go shoulder to shoulder with the best of the best. You know, it's really terrible. It really is terrible. And like I said, I really have nothing to say. So with this second day of Kwanzaa, Kujichagulia, self-determination, we have the right to define our path, where we're going, accomplish our goals, but we also have the right to, X out, exclude those of us who try to who aid in our demise, whether you look like us or not. It's not cool to do that, and it's not acceptable. But to disrespect the elders, there is a code, and you will not make any money off the community. You better kiss butt to those who are still celebrating you and get your ends that way, but you will not have any rise, any shine, any financial gain. You don't get any respect, and that's just it. Once you disrespect the elders, you betray the community. You on your own. You are on your own. So that's all I have to say. We definitely have to band together, and that's anyone who helps our community. We have been at the bottom of the totem pole, and we're trying. So any thing that helps us progress, but also aids in our stronghold and our stay here. Those individuals who play a part in that, they deserve to be thanked, respected, and supported. And so I don't say any other cuss words, because as you saw, it was a struggle right there to not say any cuss words and not go truly off. That's just all I got to say about that. So, F you to Yvette Cardell, F you to Antonio Moore, F you to Lizzo, F you to Tiffany Haddish, I'll say it too. And definitely F you to Nicki Minaj. F you to y'all as a record label crew. All of that. Even those who disrespect Tupac. Somebody left me a comment on my video I did last year about the movie The Hate You Give. F you to Eminem, and just yeah, all of that. So I'm trying. I was trying not to say cuss words. So that took a moment. That took a moment. Will you be editing and uploading more of your travel videos? Yes, my travel videos. I just got a book in the mail. Another way to make some money. I got a book in the mail. I ordered the Negro's Green travel book. I just ordered that in the mail. I got that. So I bought it off of eBay. eBay's AI, they do all the advertising for you. So I was actually price shopping to see, where I could find the original book. So eBay kept saying, get it before it's gone, get it before it's gone. It kept egging me on to buy it. I bought it. I get the book like 2 weeks later. What had happened was the person who was selling the book on eBay, they actually ordered the book off of Amazon for $4 cheaper, sent it to me through Amazon with a gift receipt. So they listed the book they didn't have in their possession on eBay for, let's say, $16. And I had to pay like $3 in shipping. So they made $19. While they went to Amazon, ordered the book for like $11, and had Amazon mail it to me with a gift receipt. So they made, what was it, $5, $8, $6 off of me. So if you want to know a way to make some quick money, that's how you do it. But yeah, I want to use my tie-in the Negroes green book into my travels across country. But yeah, like I said, I still have the video on Brown versus the Board of Education. I got in touch with a brother named Q Butter. I found one of his viral videos online, and he hit me up. I want to connect with him to talk about his homeschooling, his African centered homeschool. And I'm waiting to get in touch with somebody else on this video as well, because I want to try to do this kind of documentary style. The footage I have is beautiful, and I want to do this video justice to where it's not just a video that I upload with 100 views. I want this to be a great reference, a resource, and also, just talk about the importance of African-centered schooling for Native Black children. So I'm still trying to find a creative way to tell that story. I have another video from the Kingsley Plantation in Jacksonville, Florida. What else do I have? Other travels. And I just have some really odd footage. So if you have any ideas on how to tell a story, or if you have a question about a road trip, just let me know, and I can try to find a way to creatively tell that story with my footage that I collected. Another idea that I had with that footage, I pretty much, like I said, it's just random videos. So if you want to know what to pack, travel hacks, stuff like that, let me know, and I can kind of get certain videos and tell a story with it. Because I can't just put up a video, okay, this is me in a car, and it's me at this rest stop. I got to tell a story. So yes, great question. Yes, I just need to find a creative way to tell it, because you know how YouTube works. It's about what's trending. It's about what people are searching on Google. So if someone is searching, if something happened at an airport where TSA put a restriction on this item, then people are going to start searching TSA, what to pack, travel restrictions, stuff like that. So that's when it's the great time to, if you have any travel videos, you put a video together about, things to travel with, then in the description, you put your affiliate link, so that when people watch your videos, oh, I need this, click this, buy it real quick, because people love convenience. Click that, get your affiliate fees, also get your view, and that's how you do it. That's how, YouTube and social media works. So thank me later. I will send you a bill on that. But thank you for that question. In African culture, musicians are stories. Kareem actually, I bought this book. I'm going to reveal Kareem's, because your birthday is in October. So I have this book for you. Hang on. I was going to text you and ask you if you have this book in your collection. Kareem, oh my gosh, Kareem's book collection far surpasses mine. I'm trying to catch up with him. Do you have this book, The African Roots of Jazz? Let me know, Kareem, if you have this book. Because if you don't, then it's your Kwanzaa gift. I will get it in the mail tomorrow. But African culture musicians are storytellers, are healers of the community. I'm still scratching myself from the Florida swamp tour. The mosquitoes still got me going. Oh my gosh, I still have scars like right here from where I was bit. My feet, I don't know, I gotta take off my socks, look at my feet. But yeah, man, them jokers bit me up. As a black man that loves black superheroes, I consider Dr. Clyde Anderson as one of the real ones. Yep. Constructive criticism and insulting are two different things. I hate that we are arguing. Has the history taught us enough that we were divided? I saw the Breakfast Club interview. Yes, it was fire. Dr. Anderson's books. Um, Reparations, absolutely. And that's just a distraction. When people distract us from seeking, reparations, it's just so needed. There was something going on with black farmers. I have a brother who is really deep into seeking reparations for black farmers and things like that. That's another video all within itself, which is great. So yeah, reparations are so needed. Shout out to Elizabeth Warren, who was found out to not be who was a pretendian. Please don't. Literally, I missed something. Still slaves. Look at Eddie Murphy. Disrespect, not disrespect. No, I'm missing something. Agree. I missed something. Yo, folks, you said something. I missed that. Criticism of the elders. But to criticize the elders, you gotta be okay. To criticize the elders, you have to criticize yourself. Because if you're going to criticize anybody else, you got to make sure that you're at their level or supersede. And as far as I checked, Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore and all of their minions, they have not superseded the work or can even come close and touch the work of Dr. Claude Anderson. Nicki Minaj cannot touch or come close to the work of Malcolm X. Whoever else, Lizzo cannot come close and touch the work of Dr. Boyce Watkins. Anybody else who want to criticize, unless you're at their level or better. Other than that, you're just a troll or a hater. Drop shipping. There you go. Rod from Bam. I need to talk to you because that's one thing that I am researching right now. Nyla says, speak about him all the time. Prisoners of War. Yeah, so you don't have this. So Kareem, this is your book. So I will get this off to you tomorrow. So text me your address as well. This was just a great book. Like I said, I try to find our books at thrift stores that people discard. Here's one of the pages. This is African dancers in Sakpata. And oh sure, I just broke the binding. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is it here. So this is great. I just broke your binding. I'm sorry. So sorry. But yes, I know that you will enjoy this. Yeah, beautiful book. So as soon as I saw of jazz, the African roots of jazz, I'm like, okay, this is Kareem all day. This is some of the pictures up front. There we go. So yes, this is yours. I'll be sending this to you, and I will send you some other stuff that I have here. Speaking of books, I try to always leave you with some great books. What I have around me, I had to go to the store and pick up some string today. Some other videos that are coming up. I have like such a busy recording, editing, and upload schedule. There was a company that reached out to me and sent me these beads. They are sponsoring a video so that I can make a video on African waist beads. So yes, I'm researching them and I want to do it justice. I know that a few YouTubers that I've collaborated with that I know, they make their own waist beads. So shout out, I'll do that video on how I will be doing some waist beads, and they can also be used for weight loss. And I read a meme on Facebook or something. It was like, brothers, if you meet a sister that's wearing some waist beads, she about to change your whole life, or your life ain't gonna never be the same. So yeah, that's what's coming up. I did get 2 new books over here, but I will mention those on another video because I don't want to make this video drag out anymore. I want to say thank you to everybody that came here to celebrate night 2 with me of Kujichagulia, of Kwanzaa. We talked about a lot of things tonight. We talked about self-determination, respecting our elders, just a bunch of stuff, and it's always good to come here and talk with the family. So I appreciate y'all. I thank everyone who contributed to the super chat. Thank you also to someone who sent me $40 on PayPal. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. That was such a surprise. So thank you. I hope, like I said, I'm giving you value on this channel. I am so connected with you. Connect with me on my other social media platforms. Check out my website, TIEMONEX.com, where I have personal self-defense gear over there. I'm going to talk more. Actually, I'm going to talk all about TIEMONEX gear on the night of cooperative economics. I'm going to talk all about that, and this is just a perfect prelude into that. Make sure you go check out Dr. Claude Anderson on the Breakfast Club. Check out the New Black Media and their products. Make sure you also think about some of the things that we discussed tonight. You know, if you have an Amazon Prime account, go ahead and set up your Amazon affiliates. Whatever you have in your house, you ordered off of Amazon. I know a lot of people still observe Christmas. You bought anything off of Amazon, you need to go ahead and do a review, take a picture of it, put it on your social media with your affiliate link, and go ahead and get that other stream of income in. Shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins, because he was the one who got me started up into that. So I owe him and salute him for that. Share this video, watch other videos, leave me a comment, and I will see you tomorrow for day 3 of Kwanzaa. So it's always good to see you here. I appreciate you, and I thank you for your support. So, Harambe.